All right, ready to go?
Das ist gut, ja.
Well, yeah. Okay, we're back with more Let's Play Pilotwings. The last one, we went balls deep into everything offensive, and I guess we're gonna test the limits of the YouTube algorithm. I don't know if you know anything about YouTube, but everything you say, when it like processes or whatever, it converts everything you say into like a sound to text, and it like scans for like keywords, and if you say certain words, it demonetizes the video, and it does like sort of like it's not quite shadow banning, but it'll just like the algorithm doesn't like it, so to speak. And if the algorithm doesn't like your video, so to speak, then it won't show it to very many people. So the idea is that you're rewarded. It's not quite censorship, but it's sort of,
you're rewarded for being politically correct
yeah,
the whole time. So
they're
saying Adolf Hitler did nothing wrong and mentioning him a couple of times just put you down there.
So this entire video, the fact that, see, the thing is that the algorithm, it's like machine learning. It doesn't even know, like if you talk about like Hitler, it doesn't even know if you're saying anything good or bad about him. Like it doesn't detect context, it only scans for words. Okay. So if you say certain words too many times, the algorithm doesn't like it, and then it'll punish you by not showing your videos to many people, then it doesn't get many views, and you don't get many subs, and then you stay. Oh, look at that. Piece of cake. I'm just gonna go ahead.
Very nice.
I'm just gonna go ahead and save state. That should be a perfect. Oh, I'm speechless.
Look at his eyes go.
Yeah, he's about to blow a load.
Pull back, Hans. You're gonna nut.
Jeez. Oh yes. Do you ever watch porn where they actually have eye-rolling porn? Is like a subgenre.
It's like a subgenre.
It's like she rolls her eyes when she comes. I'm like, no. I was like, no, bitch. I've watched enough porn. I don't watch crazy amounts or for crazy lengths. But the thing is, what I don't understand.
Well,
okay, I'm gonna save
what is that whole
some,
stack of DVDs over here?
Don't worry about it. What I don't get is it doesn't take. It's so easy to fake it. All you gotta do is roll your eyes. It's like rolling your eyes doesn't mean you had an orgasm. I'm one of those people. I'm like, no, I need to see vaginal contractions in sync with the contractions of the sphincter, or else I'm not buying it. I mean, I watch porn where the woman doesn't have an orgasm, but if I'm watching, like, if that's what I set out to watch, I don't buy the whole, like, you can, like, a good way to tell is if a woman looks sexy while having an orgasm, it's probably fake. Because when when a woman has like a real orgasm, she doesn't care what she looks like, she doesn't care how she sounds, she's not trying to be sexy, she's just 100%.
Just coming.
Yeah, you're like 100%, like sort of like out of control of what happens or whatever.
It's like when we know we have no control.
Yeah, so any noise that comes out during an orgasm should not be. See, this should be in the marriage contract. You should never be able to hold a man's like orgasm sounds against him in like an argument. Be like, oh man, do you see how ridiculous you sounded? Like we're just like, you know, or whatever. Yeah, that's always the. See, women can always tell because guys make sort of the same sound every time. Actually, that huge release.
To all the women, if there's any women listening to this, when a man's foot cramps when he's coming, he really's into it.
Oh man, one time I strained a muscle in my leg while masturbating, and I wasn't even using my leg for anything. I was just chilling, and it just tightened for whatever reason. And I don't even remember if it was like a super duper good orgasm, because not all orgasms are created equal.
No.
I've had the ones every now and then you get the ones where just like your jaw just clenches and you just hold on for dear life. You get those.
Get those ones and it shoots over your head.
Oh. Goddamn. But yeah. See, the way you can tell it was a really good orgasm. I've had a couple of super duper good ones. The way you can tell an orgasm is good is if 3 days afterwards you're reminiscing about how good it was. You're just like, man, that one time 3 days ago, that nut was like so good, man. Like, man, I like it. It was like a transcendental like experience. Like I've had it. There was one time. There was I've had an orgasm so good that it felt like spiritual. Like I don't even know how else to describe it. Like I don't know if
like
that's
it brought your like whole thought process on like what have I been doing with my life.
Well, no, it wasn't like that. Like it felt like a I don't know. It felt like a spiritual experience, sort of. Like, geez, like I just don't know how else to. It was just so good that I don't even know how else to describe it. But yeah, every now and then you get the one where you're just like, meh. It was.
Or you're like expecting it to be really good. You're like, oh yes, and then, meh.
Yeah, and then you're like disappointed in it. Oh, come on, man.
Oh, see the one picture on Facebook where it's like, don't know, Andy fucking dropping Woody.
Oh, I saw that
playing with you.
Oh, dude, I'm pretty sure I shared that one. Dude, I love memes. Every now and then, that meme is really good. The bad news is that you have to. That wasn't that meme. That picture doesn't have many. It does. That's the first meme that used that picture that I've ever seen, versus the one with Buzz showing Woody and he's like morons everywhere or whatever, where he's got like his arm around his shoulder and he's like showing him like this. Like that one has been made into a meme a bunch of times, but yeah, that one where it's for those of you that haven't seen it, it's from that one scene where Woody has like a nightmare, and it's one of those like creepy nightmares. It's actually I think the creepiest part of the whole movie.
Yeah. Where
it doesn't start off as a nightmare, so you're not expecting it, but then slowly, basically Andy bursts into the room and he starts playing with Woody, and then he plays with him for a second, then he goes, wait, I forgot, you're just a toy. And then the camera angle changes. Oh fucking goddamn. The camera angle like changes to like a creepy angle where it's like beneath, like pointing upwards. And then he does like, and then even Andy's movements were like creepy. He like kind of stares straight ahead, and he just slowly extends his arm out and holds Woody out and drops him. And he's like, I don't want to play with you anymore. And he slowly, and then like Woody falls in slow motion. And then that's about the time where it finally occurs to you that he's having a nightmare. And so it has that picture, and then the caption says, me to my dick after I nut. I don't want to play with you anymore. And that's like that's totally like what I mean, come on, man, we're dudes. Like that's totally how guys are. We're like, all right, well, we're gonna put you away until tomorrow. And yeah, there you go.
Tomorrow? You give them that much rest? Jeez.
I think it's weird how our peeing organs are also our sexual intercourse organs. Like was that just like shoehorned in? Like God was just like showing off the human design. He's like, how is it gonna reproduce? Just like Jesus like put him on the spot. He's like, oh, the pee organ or the pee organ is the fucking sex organ. And then Jesus just rolls his eyes like, whatever, God. I know you just added that in at the last second. He's like, no, that's how I intended it. It's my divine plan. You questioning me? But yeah, our peeing organ is our sex organ. It's fucking weird. We pee out of the same thing. You know, men and women both. Like 90% of the time, we're using it to pee. I don't know. And then you know, men and like women have like they pee out of their urethra, but they have sex in their vagina, whereas men, the pee and the goo comes out of the same hole. So it just, I don't know. It's just really weird to think of being Shooty Magoo, shooting your goo, like it's fucking, I don't know. To just have two different things come out of the same hole is just fucking weird. Okay, come on, man. I imagine you want me to do this too, so we can move the fuck on. God, fucking. We might have to break this into 2 play sessions, man. God damn. I feel like I'm not like losing my mind or anything, but this is just gonna. This is getting long, man. How many more attempts do you think I should try?
As many as it takes. You're finishing it. You start it, you finish it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't feel like my brain is like turning to mush just yet. Basically, the rings almost don't matter. just like landing on the target is such an important part of your score. Plus, like, it's like the, yeah, I guess I didn't think about it. This is the very last level, so of course it's gonna be hard. Yeah, all these rings, man. Fucking, I don't know how you're supposed to do that. I'm guessing you just have to memorize how to move. Like, the target isn't smaller than it was last time, I don't think, in level 7. Maybe the wind is just stronger. Okay, this should be good. Oh, come on, it made the sound, it made the thunk sound, but then I, like, bounced a little bit. God damn. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just one of the things that, like, I think about extra, like, when I'm high, that I normally would not put as much, it wouldn't blow my mind as much, because you just take it for granted. That's one of the things that weed does. The stuff you take for granted, you actually think about it, and you're like, it's actually weird how our one body part serves multiple functions. And the fact that, like, our balls just sit there chilling, like, 99.9% of the time. I actually did really well with the rings.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
And having balls isn't that much fun.
Yeah, like, I'm a side sleeper, so whenever I'm, like, adjusting myself to, like, get into bed, it's like, okay, you put your leg here, you adjust the pillow, put the blanket over you, reach down, pull my nuts out from between my legs. It's like, it's just part of my routine or whatever. And I think
it's the women that bitch about the manscaping. I'm like, my
spreading.
Man spreading, whatever, fucking man. Yeah.
Almost landed on the moving one by accident.
Well, that would have been no good. It's like, you don't have anything hanging between your legs that your legs are pushing on and pinching.
Well, not only that, but men also typically have more muscular thighs since men have more muscle. So their thighs, when they're pressed onto like a seated surface, when you press it down, it kind of smushes outwards. So we need like more space for that too.
I sat on my balls the other day.
I did once when it was like more than 10 years ago. I think once is enough for anyone.
Hurts.
I think once is enough for any man. Well, the good news is that, see, a minute ago when I said pull my nuts out from my legs, I think women sometimes don't understand this just because they haven't had it explained to them. But, like, you can have, a lot of times when guys say, like, pull their nuts out from between their legs, they don't mean their actual nuts, they mean, like, their scrotum. Your scrotum gets pinched between your thighs way more than your balls do. Your balls don't ever get pinched in your scrotum because they're so slippery that even if you put your nuts directly between your legs and then like clamp your legs shut. Oh, this is a terrible attempt. Oh wait, I might be able to fucking, nope, doesn't look like it. Damn it. Even if you put your nuts like directly in between your thighs and then slam them together, like your nuts will they're like rounded too, so they'll slip either either in front or in the back or whatever. Or
but
maybe
not
if you're
in a book. Don't ball bookmark yourself.
Yeah. But I mean, it's possible that one nut would go in front and one would go in back. That might not be comfortable. But yeah, so I mean, so it's actually not possible. I'm pretty sure that a man's thigh is like the only thing that you can't actually hurt your nuts on. Like, considering how close they are, and you know, you would think that men would be crushing their nuts with their legs all the time, but it's impossible. I've never hurt my nuts on my thighs, I don't think, because anytime you got your legs together, you put your legs apart or together, they just never get crushed. They always skedaddle out of the way.
Slippery little bastard.
Slippery little bastards. Oh, it's like the exact same scenario as last time. God. Oh, see. I almost accidentally landed on the moving one again. Let's try the other not as good one.